Assalamu alaikum. I am Mohammad Farzan Bhakshanto. My student ID is 23106371107. Today I will explain the forecasting calculation process in Excel. Here you can see the date and sales value are given. How can we calculate the linear seasonality, confidence, lower bound, per bond? Here we can see serial. First we have to select the linear cell and fill it by the formula. It's FORE, forecasting. Here is the forecast in every formula of forecasting. We have to select the forecast linear. Here is then we here is the X value. That means the date or the recommended date we want. Here is the date, comma. Then that means known YS. That means the sales value. Control Shift and down arrow. Then freeze them, comma, and the date. Control Shift down arrow, and also freeze them. Closing the first bracket and press enter. Here you can see the exact value. If we double click here, here is the total value of linear and seasonal. How can we calculate seasonal? Again, forecast FORE. This time we will calculate by forecast.est. Here is a target date, which is our target date. That is selecting this, comma, that this time value. Here is the sales value. Control Shift down. You have to freeze them. Here is the freeze. Then comma. Then timeline. Timeline means the all date. Here is the all date. Selecting them and freeze them. Then closing the bracket. Now we have to press enter button. Here is the value of seasonal. After double clicking, here you can see the total value of seasonal. In seasonality, that means in this all date, how many seasons. In this time, we will calculate this. The same process here is forecast. Here is the forecast seasonality. You can see this function. Pressing tab button, we select the forecast.est.seasonality. The hint says that the values needed. Here is the value. Freeze them. Then comma, timeline. Here is the timeline. And also freeze them. Closing the bracket. Here you can see there are 4 seasons in all the timeline date. Confidence. How can we calculate confidence? This time equal to forecast. Here you can see the forecast of EST, the confident. That is the confident function. That means confidence formula. Here is the target date. This is our target date, comma, values. Here is the all value. Freeze them, comma, timeline. Here is the timeline. And also freeze them. Closing the bracket, press enter. Here is the value of confidence. When the cursor dark plus, here you can double click here and see the table will fill up the all values. Then how can we find lower bound and upper bound? This time we will be subtract the seasonal against the confidence. Pressing in enter. Here is the value. Double click here. The upper one and same process we will make summation of seasonal and confidence. Press enter. Here is the value. You can see. In this time, how we will, you can see there is two chart. How we will calculate this? What is, we have first select the date and linear for the recommended chart. Go to insert button, and here you can see the recommended chart. Press here. We need the linear chart. Here is the different chart. Because of we need the linear chart, we apply the second one and press enter. Here you can see the linear chart of value and sales. That means linear value and date. Here is the total chart. How we will find this chart? This time we will select the all date and sales value. This go to insert and recommended chart. Here you can see the chart is recommended here. Press enter. That is our recommended chart is given. Thank you. That's all for today. We will calculate the forecasting calculation in Excel in this process. It is quite easy process. Thank you everyone. Assalamu alaikum.